Hello! So, I'm going to be teaching my friend Diego here flute. Yay! Okay, so this is a flute. We both have one. So first I'm going to tell you the names of the parts. So this guy right here is called a head joint. This long piece is called the body. And this little guy that's going to go on the end is called the foot joint, which kind of makes sense. So, head joint, body, foot joint. Yay! So, what we're going to do first is pick up the head joint. You want to go ahead and do that? And so we're going to talk about forming the correct embouchure and playing a tone just with the head joint before assembling the rest of it.
Okay.
So, correct embouchure, put your lips together naturally. It should be kind of a natural shape to begin with. And then make a little pucker, kind of, and just go like you're saying puh, but you just need a little bit of air. Yep, so that's kind of the shape that we want. And that's gonna eventually vary based on like whether you want the high register, the low register, so like that. But that's what we'll start with. And once you place your mouth on the head joint to try to make a noise, which we'll do in just a second, you can vary, to make a good tone, you want to vary your air speed, air direction, and your aperture. And your aperture is the size of the opening of the mouth to make various levels of pitches and all that. But as far as air speed, you just want a good, strong, steady tone. And I was actually surprised you have to blow harder than I thought that you would have to for this. So, yeah, and what was the other one? Air direction. You kind of want to, with that you kind of want to aim down and a little bit out. You're kind of aiming for like the inside edge of the back of the hole, you know? Mm-hmm. So as far as placing it like on your mouth, you kind of want this part to fall in this little curvature beneath your bottom lip. And ideally, although it's kind of different for everyone because everyone has different shaped mouths, you want your bottom lip to cover about a third of the hole. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So let's see, like that. Kind of with your lip a little bit over the edge of that hole. Mm-hmm. You want the hole centered. You form your little. And what a lot of beginning players do is they'll put their hand on the end like that. It just helps make it easier to make a tone. So can you try that? And you kind of want to make very minor adjustments until you find like your spot, you know? I heard it a little bit. Yeah.
Yay!
Good. Strong airstream. Good, nice. Yeah, just very tiny adjustments. Good, that's a really nice tone actually. Yeah.
Yay!
Woohoo! Yeah. So now, let's see. Yeah. Good. Okay, so let's put on.
I don't want to stop.
Yeah, he doesn't want to stop. No, that's a really good tone. So we're gonna try to make that kind of tone with the rest of the instrument on.
Oh.
So go ahead and take the body, a big piece, and you'll notice it's fairly obvious which end goes on which side. Makes it fits in nicely. You just kind of want to like twist it and push it in a little bit. Yep, just like that. Good. And you don't have to push it all the way in. It can be out a little bit. Mm-hmm. But what you want now is if you look down like this, mm-hmm. And so you want to make sure that your hole here, I'll put my mouth, is oopsie, mine's way off. You want to make sure that like the top of the hole is lined up with these bigger keys, because there are 2 keys up at the front that are a little bit offset. It's not? Yeah.
Nope.
So just twist it gently. Be careful not to, bend any keys or grab them too hard. But let's see. Okay. Mine looks pretty good. Yeah? Okay, so now we're going to place, let me see. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, that looks good. So now we're going to place the foot joint on, and mine's already on, but go ahead and grab yours. Yep, and what you want for this one is this rod right here to be lined up with the middle of the keys on the body. You would think you'd want, the keys to line up, but nope, you want this rod. Yep. A little twist. Yep, and now twist it to make it. Be careful. Okay, be gentle with it. Yeah, try not to like push the bars too hard, but just like that. Yeah, it goes pretty easily. Yeah, so that's lined up. But yeah, that looks about pretty lined up.
Yay.
Okay, so now here we can take this off your lap. We can talk about hand and body and flute position before we try to make a good tone. So sit up straight. Yep. And okay, so obviously you probably know that the flute is gonna go horizontally, pretty straight. So there are 4 balance points on a flute when you're holding it. One of them is gonna be your mouth, eventually when we start doing that. Your second one is going to be this knuckle joint that's right there by your pointer finger. And that's going to sit about right here so that your thumb can hit this key, this little banana key. Yep. So that'll rest there because your fingers are going to come around, and your first finger can go on this little guy. Skip that big key, this one and this one. And your pinky's just going to hang out because it's not going to get used right now. Yep, perfect. So that's the second balance point, is that knuckle to rest there. Your third balance point is going to be your left hand, or right hand, right hand thumb. It's going to rest right about like there, because you want kind of still like a natural curve shape to your hand. And you're going to have 1, 2, 3. The last 3 big keys on the body. Yeah, right there. Yep. So, yeah. Balance point, mouth, knuckle, this thumb, and your pinky on this hand. Will, for some notes, hit that key sometimes. So, I'm going to show you the fingering for a D. That way when we start practicing actually making a tone, we can be on the right note. So that will be this banana key right there. These 2 keys, your middle finger and your ring finger.
Middle finger and which one?
Yep, the one after that, yep. Your thumb is set, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Yep. And that's going to be D. So, yeah, I got better. So, you want to, up and nice.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I know. And try to create that good tone that you had on just the head joint earlier. Yep, and you can still make those minor. Hey. Nice, that is a good tone. Yeah, and you can take a deeper breath and hold it for longer. Good. Yeah, look at you.
I have skills.
Good. Okay, so one thing I'm going to tell you about that you're already doing is breath attacks. So that's just when you start the tone just with strong air. It's just like just with your air. Sit up. Yeah. Good. You even got some natural special vibrato in there. So I can count for 4 beats, and you can just start the breath attack and hold it with a good tone for 4 beats. Wait till I start.
Wait, I have to find it.
Okay, yeah. I'm just starting.
Okay.
There it is. 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah.
Yay.
Good. And yeah, you stopped with the air too. That was good. Just stopping with air. Now the next thing I'm going to teach you is tonguing.
Mm-hmm.
So where breath attack was just breathing and starting with the air, when you start a note with the tongue, the tip of your tongue is just going to lightly touch that ridge on the roof of your mouth. Yeah. Yes.
Vocal bag.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
And it'll just be like you're saying two.
Two.
Yeah, so when you start the note, if you breathe.
Oh, I wasn't pressing anything.
Yeah, make sure. Also, actually, before we continue, can I fix your hand position?
Yes.
So, turn towards the camera so that you're like that. Yeah, that way I can see back to your hands. So, this hand looks okay, but it's very like flat against the instrument. The palm of your hand should not touch like the body of the flute. So you want your thumb here, and you still want your fingers to be kind of rounded, like that. Yeah. Make sure this is resting on your knuckle.
Yeah.
Got these two. Yeah. So now try it. Yeah. Can you start it with the tongue? Yeah. There you go. Good. That sounds really good. Wow. That was great. Yeah. So now can you start it with the tongue and let me count for 4? 1, 2, ready, go. Keep going. Yeah. That's good.
Damn, didn't work this time.
No, that was a good one. There.
No, I lost it.
That's okay. You'll find it. There it is. Yay! Yeah. Great. You know, it takes a lot of breath, doesn't it? Do you have any questions or anything? You did really well. No?
Mine doesn't sound as tube.
That is
Like
too.
I'm doing the tube, but it doesn't sound as much.
Well, you're still gonna have a lot of breathiness until you find like your perfect spot, you know? But your air is really focused and directed when you do the tonguing. Take your hands off your knees. Up like this. You don't have to put your elbow out, but lower this elbow a little bit. Here you go. Round out this hand. There you go. Good. Great. All right, we can probably stop it now. Good job, Diego. Yeah.